in Atlanta, Georgia, where we are building these beautiful modern classic trucks. We have Rachel here on our sales team. Hey, Rachel.
Hi, everyone.
How's it going?
Good.
Good.
Let me show you guys what we have up for grabs.
All right.
We just listed some fresh inventory.
Love it.
Okay, starting off first, we have a midnight blue. This has quickly become one of our most popular colors. It's gone absolutely viral on all of our social media platforms, and you can see why. It's absolutely stunning color. This one has chrome trim, which gives it more of that classic look, as well as the chrome wheels. And of course the rear view mirror. But this one also comes with our worn glove interior. This is one of our most popular interiors. It's absolutely beautiful. Can't forget the coolest part on the vehicle. But this one we just listed. Now, Midnight Blue, this one also has our teak wood in the cargo area. So think of this, if you guys wanted to go out for a date night, post up on the beach, how fun would that be? We have a little cooler back here. So put something fun in there.
What would you put in there?
Maybe some champagne.
Okay, all right.
Or a bottle of wine.
There we go.
Something classy for a classy car. So yeah, this one is great, but also things that we didn't talk about before, we have an amazing sound system in this vehicle, Vocal premium audio system. So whether you're cruising down the highway and you want to hear good music, or if you're on a date night and you're gonna have a glass of champagne on the back, it's gonna be a great way to listen to some good music. But yeah, this is absolutely stunning. Very solid too, doesn't scratch easy either. I know we get a lot of questions on that, because we have a lot of people that want to know if they can put their golf clubs and or suitcases or things back there. You're good, don't worry. So this one also has a black soft top. Now this soft top is in our safari mode, which means we have taken the back windows off. Now it can be completely enclosed as well. So whether you're
Like this,
so whether you're in Florida or somewhere warm right now where you need really good air conditioning, don't worry, our air conditioning works really great and you can have it enclosed, but it opens very easily and it's really fun to put in some of these different sport modes too. Okay, and just to show you how easy it is, so easy, and there's two latches, one right here and one right here, and then if you wanted to do it, put it back, so easy. You can do that at a stoplight, so say you're taking it out and you just had the top up in the moonroof and all of a sudden it'll look like it's gonna start raining or sprinkling, you quickly go into closing and shutting it as well. So that's really nice to be able to put it into the different modes.
all right. So what makes this different from like a old restoration or even a resto mod that you see out there?
Yeah, so we used to be the leading builder of those restorations and resto mods, and after building hundreds of those, the tricky thing with those is a lot of our clients have kids. They wanted to use it more than just putting it in a garage and collecting dust, and actually put some use in these vehicles. And so with this vehicle, you're going to have full safety features. So you can have 6 airbags, traction control, anti-lock brakes, crumple zone, side impactings, which no other classic car in the world does. Our exterior is brand new. I won't knock on it because it just got cleaned, but brand new steel body panels that we've engineered and stamped out ourselves, so that you're not going to have to worry about the rust. The lines and gaps are perfect down to the millimeter, and you get the best of both worlds, right? Because if you were to get one of those restorations or resto mods, one, you got to hop into it. What are the chances that it even starts if you haven't driven it in a week? Second of all, it's probably going to be leaking something new every other day. And you know, I'm a mother. I would not put my daughter in the back of one of those. They're not safe, right? It all of a sudden starts to sprinkle and you're in a resto mod and you're cruising down the highway and you have to slam on your brakes. Dangerous. You're gonna slide, you're gonna spin without traction control. So that's why our founder, Cho, behind the phone, came up with this idea.
And while we're standing here, I'll show the airbags, and we can show you the other one we have for sale, which is Wimbledon White as well. So here's one of your 6 airbags. These are the side impact seat mounted airbags in each of the front seats. You've got your front airbag dual stage in front of the passenger, one in the steering wheel, one set of curtain airbags over here for side and rear passengers. And you've got this other one on the passenger side as well. So 6 total airbags. And this is in stock, ready to ship. Midnight blue, worn glove, every option. And I think you said this is your favorite color.
This is my favorite color, and it just became available. It's up for grabs, which it's such a timeless, classy color. Like this Wimbledon white is so beautiful. I would also go with the tan top for the Wimbledon white. It looks really good. We've also seen some people do something a little bit different, which I also liked when I saw it. I didn't know how I felt about it at first, but I've seen somebody do black trim, black wheels, and a black grille, and then they did more of like a darker interior, and it actually really popped. It looked really good, but if I was gonna build one out, I just love this color. It looks so good. This one specifically has the chrome finishing touches, so you'll see chrome wheels, even your gas. Lefty loosey, Rachel, come on. Okay, so this is billet grade of aluminum as well. You'll see the funny thing about, not the funny thing, the neat thing about us is we don't skimp on anything with our builds. So you'll even see things like this with the handle where you'll see some companies might do, where they might do plastic or something cheap for the handle or the gas tank. These are billet grade aluminum, and this is chrome. So it has absolutely beautiful, it's a nice finish. It looks super classy. Even things like the door hinges, things you wouldn't think of, we go above and beyond. So when people ask us why our price point's where it is at, that's why. We don't skimp. This is also something that I think a lot of people like to see, what's under the hood and how they're gonna drive this vehicle and how they would use it. This vehicle has plenty of power for its size. So this is a modern Ford engine, a 2.3 liter turbo, and then you'll see here, this is our Roush performance package to help with that intake, exhaust, and tune. It's about 330 horsepower, about 400 pound-foot torque, so plenty of power. Really fun to hop into and cruise around if you wanted to go for a fun Sunday drive, or you wanted to go for a nice long road trip. That's fun too. What else about this one? This one also has our worn glove interior, similar to the midnight blue. I love the pop of Wimbledon white on the dash as well. It gives a really nice, pretty interior, and it just looks so good. You'll see the little other finishes as well.
While Rachel's getting in on the other side here, modern technology. So I think the big misconception is that it's an old car. And so a lot of people ask, like, how do you make a classic car fully modernized? So what is the real difference between a restoration, and how do we achieve modern technology, modern safety features, modern driving characteristics?
Well, that's another thing. I think we start on a modern Ford chassis. So this way, not only are you going to get the reliability and the drivability, but you want things like technology. So you think about how accustomed we are to Apple CarPlay, Bluetooth. I don't know what I would do without my backup camera. I truly do not even look behind me anymore if I'm backing up, which is terrible, but a backup camera is just something that we've all become accustomed to. And also, if you're in a restoration or a resto mod, you're not going to have things like cruise control or some of the things that we've just become so accustomed to with our vehicles. So you can see that this has all the modern technology that you want. One of the other fun things I think that people really love is our door handles. Or not our handles, but this looks like a window crank. Everyone's like, how does that work? We have some amazing engineers on this team, and they are constantly evolving this product. And there's so many different things. It feels, I call it like white knuckle driving. You know, when you're like almost scared to be driving something? We were going about like 30 miles an hour. The steering wheel starts to shake, right? So you're like constantly having to be on. There's no second where you can try to do a touch screen or talk to your passengers. You're constantly on when you're in a restoration or a resto mod. No times for a break. I think the other thing is, like, a lot of our clients, they like these vehicles in warm places. Like you don't have air conditioning and a lot of the things and luxuries that we take for granted in our day-to-day vehicles. Also, again, just the safety, right? Like, safety is so important, and I think a lot of our clients have young kids. We're the only people out there that are building a classic inspired vehicle with safety latches for your littles. And trust me, your little kids will absolutely love getting in their car seat and cruising in this vehicle. It can be a full family vehicle, which if you were to have a restoration or a resto mod, you're definitely not going to put your family in that vehicle. It might be fun just for you. Trust me, your wife's not going to like it because her hair will reek of gas after she gets out of it. I know Cho's wife, absolutely not. She was like, I'm not getting in that thing. It's me or the car. He kept both, you know, luckily, because we all love Melissa, and obviously we wouldn't be here today, but so yeah, so pretty significant differences for sure.
Awesome. Very good. So how do we get in touch?
All right, so we have our number linked below. I actually have to run to a call, so after that I will be available. Shoot me a text or a call at the number below if you have any questions. Our team will be around. We're alive here. We're on 24/7, so shoot us a text, give us a call. We'd love to chat. We can tell you about these ones that we have up for grabs. You see this Brittany blue on the other side, and then we also have a boxwood green that's coming down the line. So if you're interested in what is coming available next, just shoot us a text. We can tell you what builds we have in progress and what's up for grabs.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you, Rachel.
All
Appreciate
right.
it.
Thanks, guys.
All right, get back to work now.
Okay.
All right. So that's Rachel going through our inventory right now. Wimbledon white, midnight blue, Brittany blue. This one's sold, but there's another one that we're finishing up that will be available. So if you don't want to wait, you want something now, and you want to be driving it this weekend and you can move fast, this is for sale. These do not last a very long time. Most people wait a good bit to get in the queue. So we have midnight blue, we have Brittany blue, we have Wimbledon white. And I'm going to take you through a little bit more technical explanation because I think it's worth delineating how it is, what it is we do and how we do it and why it's important to you. And as a founder of this company, I'm a car fanatic, and I've had many cars, over 50, and every kind of car you can think of, super high-end ones from Ferrari to Lamborghini to Aston Martin to McLaren, AMG. And if you don't know the story, the way vintage started was because I bought an old Bronco. That's how it all started. I bought an old Bronco, and from 10 feet away, it looked nice when I got it home. It was very hard to drive in every single aspect, from steering to ride quality to braking, reliability, forget about it. Leaks, breakdowns on the regular. Spent more time in my mechanic's shop than it did on the road. And basically after breaking down over and over, I just really couldn't stand it anymore. And instead of getting rid of the car, I just decided to make it better. And that is a philosophy that we have here at this company, which is we constantly ask how we can make it better. So we built restoration, looked nice, but not reliable, didn't drive well, zero safety features. So then we decide to make it better. We evolved to resto mod, more modern components, modern drivetrain, and some modern technology. But at the end of the day, this right here is your investment. If you're going to buy a $250,000 vehicle, the foundation of the car, the platform, everything you and your passengers are riding on is your investment. This right here, and I'll get into how we made this happen, is the way it looks. But what you really want to know is it going to break down? Is it going to drive like your G-Wagon or Range Rover or Bentley or Urus? Is it going to have the ride quality that you're used to? Face it, we're spoiled. You don't have to have a fancy car to be spoiled by modern 2025 engineering and design. And so what we found was restoration, good start. Restomod, incrementally better. But a modern vehicle, a 2025 modern chassis, gives you modern technology, modern reliability, and the number one difference of what it is we build at Vintage. When we call it a modern classic, it is a fully modernized vehicle. This isn't just like Bluetooth and stereo and a couple of like electronics. It is a 2025 vehicle. Therefore, it passes emissions. It is fully FMVSS and NHTSA certified and compliant. And it has modern safety features. And if we could have put safety features in a restoration, we would have done it. Because clearly, if you can choose between having that when you're driving with your family on a road trip on the freeway in the rain versus not, you're going to want that. All of your other cars have safety features. So I'm going to walk you through the difference. Crumple zones in the chassis, in the platform underneath the body, is built to protect the inside passengers. Without that, it's a different world. In the 1960s and 70s, there were no crumple zones. So again, 2025 engineering, design, and safety. Crumple zones are a big deal. Traction control, anti-lock brakes, you've probably not driven a car that doesn't have those. And it can be challenging if you have to stop really fast or if it's wet outside. That's why when people have classic cars, what you find is they only drive it short distances, low speed, on the perfect day. They know that it's not like to an important meeting because God forbid you break down, then you're not going to make it. And so these are the things that classic car owners will tell you. They have a love-hate relationship with their car. And what they really actually love is probably just the way it looks. So how do we give you classic design, classic inspired design, but blend it with modern technology, modern safety features, and modern day engineering, make it drive like a modern 2025? And so the biggest difference of this versus an old car, and I've had lots of old cars, Land Rover Defender, Toyota FJ40 Land Cruiser, I've had two-door old G-Wagons, H1 Hummer, all of them looked cool, but lots and lots of problems. And so the biggest issue with an old car is going to be the wheelbase. The distance between that axle and that one, 92 inches on the original, very short. They don't make those anymore for a reason. High center of gravity, narrow track width, short wheelbase cars with solid axles is going to drive very different from your Range Rover or G-Wagon. And you're probably going to realize very quickly that 5 decades, 50 plus years of engineering and design can't be wrong. So instead, on a modern 2025 chassis, we have a wider track width. Think about the stance. If you're closer together and your wheelbase is close together, you're going to have a very different driving experience. With this, you've got a wider track width, and instead of only 92 inches of wheelbase, you have 100.4. 8 inches makes a huge difference. So strictly just from a drivability perspective and how it's going to ride and how it's going to steer, forget about all the other safety features, night and day difference, 10x. And when we tried to make the Restomod better, what we learned was that the geometry cannot be changed, right? You can do all the things you can try to do, and we did everything. We went very far, farther than almost any other company did in the space. And then what we really realized was our customers, what they don't actually care about is all original numbers matching. They're not collectors. They want to drive it. They have families. They want to take it to the beach, the road trip, to the lake, and they don't have to worry about it. And a lot of our customers are women with kids. So the safety features comes into play big time. So you've got your crumple zones built in the frame. You have your side impact beams in the doors, not a thing in the 1960s. You have your 6 airbags inside, which makes a world of difference. Airbag number 1 in the steering wheel, number 2 in the front passenger side. Both of those are dual stage. You have 2 airbags in each of the front seats for side impact, and they're seat mounted. And then you've got your curtain airbags that span all the way from the A pillar all the way to the side, all the way to the rear, giving you rear passenger protection. And in the rear seats, you have latch seat belts, which is the lower anchor tether child restraint system, so you can buckle your child seat, car seat, booster seat directly in, and all of it's tied to the chassis. A functional roll bar, it's not decorative, it's actually tied to the chassis. Then you've got electronics that keep you out of trouble, like roll sensor, stability control. You have pre-collision assist up here, where there's sensors. If something stops suddenly in front of you, it'll give you a warning with lights, and it'll give you emergency braking as well. And so you've got that. And then basic safety features blended into classic inspired design, like this chrome bumper, all steel, with parking sensors and backup camera. Things that you don't think about. In fact, we don't want you to think about it, and we hope you never have to think about it. But when you have this beautiful piece of art and you're driving it all around and the unexpected happens, the peace of mind comes from having 2025 modern technology, modern engineering, modern safety features. All of it tested, all of it FMVSS compliant, and we stand behind the work too. So I'll give you a quick example here. This is a midnight blue. This one here went viral recently, and has a ball glove brown interior, and you can see the craftsmanship and the detail. So it's not just modern technology and reliability and safety, the luxury, every bit and more than you'd expect in a car that costs $250,000. And again, I was the designer originally behind this vehicle, and I didn't want it to just be on par. I wanted it to be nicer than my G-Wagon, my Range Rover, my Urus, and I wanted our customers, when they got in, to absolutely be blown away. These are all billet aluminum pieces, brushed finish. You've got the amount of stitching in here is going to rival your nicest handbag or purse. It's like a giant baseball glove. It smells really good too. There are 12 different leather colors you can choose from. There are 30 plus paint colors, including a paint to sample option. While we're here, this is the FMVSS compliance. We went through great lengths, including crash testing, to ensure that all of it met NHTSA standards and was fully FMVSS compliant, 50 states emissions legal. And we've also exported these all over the world as well, because it's hard to do that with cars that don't have safety features and compliance and EPA emissions. Hey guys, how are you? Here's our team going through midnight blue. This is diamond blue right here with a worn glove leather interior. I love this color combination. This one, unfortunately, also sold. All of these are sold with exception of that Wimbledon white, the midnight blue, a Brittany blue that's coming up, and I'll even give you a sneak peek at a couple that are actually in progress right now. And this one right here, one of my new favorites, Arcadian blue. Looks absolutely stunning, ready for the beach, Nantucket, Cape Cod, the Hamptons, wherever it is this is going. Beautiful, beautiful color. Check that out. Really, really nice. And there's many customizations you can make, from stripes to wheels to trim to top. I mean, you can really go crazy with it. And each one of these is different. So let's talk about just, a little bit about that, because being unique and being different is a big part of our client DNA, right? You can afford this car, you've made it, you've done a great job. You don't want to be like everybody else. So you don't want to pull up to a red light and see another G-Wagon, another Range Rover, another Lamborghini Urus. And so with this, the exclusivity of having a classic inspired vehicle hand-built by us that you can't get anywhere else. Demand far exceeds supply. All of these are pre-sold, and there's a long wait list. And if you want to get one now, we have inventory. If you want to pick one that's in progress, you can do that, or you can do a custom build. The easiest way is to call or text us at the number on your screen. Our team is standing by. They'll answer your questions, walk you through our build process, and tell you how we transform all of these from a modern car chassis into truly an engineering marvel and a handcrafted piece of art. It really is the blend of art and science, and all of it handcrafted here in Atlanta, Georgia. All the parts made in the United States, even the steel body, which is commonly on restorations, parts from Taiwan or from China. These are all American made by hand by our amazing team. This is just some of our team members here in Atlanta, Georgia. And I will walk you through. This is Aspen Green here. Karina bought this. Congratulations, Karina. Cannot wait to have that out in Scottsdale. Love Shack Fancy one-of-one collab. We can do all kinds of crazy stuff too. So if you want to have truly a one-of-one vehicle that'll never ever be made again, then that's a one-of-one edition. So we can do just about anything. This is a custom paint color, custom interior, and even the soft top. Check this out. May not be your thing, but you got to respect the uniqueness and the amount of thought that went into this. A printed soft top that's waterproof. By the way, the soft top is fully waterproof. Big deal if you're not in a climate that's always sunny, right? You can drive it in the rain because you have traction control and anti-lock brakes, but you can also drive in the rain because the soft top is waterproof. We test it. So this right here is Wimbledon white, going through our inspection process. Every single stage and station that we build in has work instructions, has standard operating procedures, and then it goes through a series of quality checks by the line leads and the quality engineers before it moves forward. We don't check it at the end to see, what went wrong. That's what restoration does, right? This is all SOPs, all built on an assembly line, all quality checked in station. And if it's a 99%, it's not moving forward. The expectation should be two things: on-time delivery and perfection cosmetically and mechanically. That's a big, much harder feat to deliver on than it sounds. But because we are specialized in this vehicle. We build them over and over to spec. We have confidence in our people, we have confidence in our parts, we have confidence in the process, and that's how we're able to warranty them. Taking a little shortcut here and show you our sub-assembly area where our amazing technicians are handcrafting these details. These are the behind the scenes that you don't see, that has to be perfect because a lot of this is like electronics and details, and you want to make sure it's perfect. And because we warranty them bumper to bumper, white glove, no company does this. We have our own certified traveling technicians. They work for us full time. They know the vehicle inside and out. And if anything pops up, cosmetically, mechanically, it doesn't matter, we stand behind the product. If we can't handle it remotely, we're flying our technicians to your home. They'll be in your driveway in 72 hours. They take care of it, and the cost for that is exactly $0. We include that in the price. And we feel like if you're spending $250,000, A, nothing should go wrong, but B, if it does, fix it fast. You don't need to go anywhere. You don't need to be inconvenienced by it. You definitely don't need to be paying anything for it because we want it to be perfect. We want it to be perfect more than even you want it to be perfect because we build these things and we put our blood, sweat, and tears into it. 900 labor hours to transform a 2025 chassis into a classic-inspired vehicle. And this right here is our metal team behind the scenes. These are metal steel panels. It's not aluminum, and it's not plastic or fiberglass, and they're made in the US, in Detroit, brand new steel. We engineered and designed our own classic inspired panels, our own tooling. We own all of the stamping and tooling, and therefore we control our supply chain and we control the quality. And the quality standard that we have is better than OEM. We know that because every vendor we go to tells us it's better than OEM. So you can be the judge though when you go to any of our cars and you check all the lines and all the gaps. We're maniacal about it down to the millimeter, and if it's not perfectly flush, if it's not perfectly aligned, it doesn't get out of the station because there's quality checks at every single station. And again, something as small as this step right here with gap gauges and a specification called out for every line and panel is critical because it doesn't just look bad. You get wind and you get water leaks. You don't want wind and you don't want water leaks. And again, you can't just do this by feel and by memory. You need tools, you need data, and we're a very data-driven company. And for us, it's very simple. We tell our team, it's 100% perfect or nothing at all. All right, so over here, this is Caribbean turquoise. Classic 1960s paint color, but underneath it all, modern technology, modern engineering, modern reliability, but you have this really gorgeous piece of art. You have the peace of mind of all of the safety features, all of the reliability, all of the normal driving characteristics. And that was probably the most shocking thing to me, was that even though there are listings out there for restorations that cost $100,000, $150,000, $200,000, I know people that have spent $500,000 on their restorations. And when they walked me through the car, I was like, wow, really? And I was surprised by things like gaps and lines, the interior, stitches not straight, rust underneath. These are brand new panels. There's no rust in these panels at all. And they are all built to OEM level quality. And I took 3 of our vehicles to Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance last year in Monterey, and other car builders came to us and they inspected it, which is kind of nerve-wracking, right? And I was really, really impressed, or they were really impressed, and I was really pleased to hear. They said, this is like OEM. Well, how do you do that? How, if there's no robotics, no automation, all handcrafted, all done right here in Atlanta, Georgia, how did we create a OEM or better level of quality? And it starts with people, process, and parts. And when you do it over and over and over again, you get the right people. Like, these guys are not just posing for the camera. They really, truly care. And they're obsessive. We use that word every day. Obsessive, perfection, beauty, art, right? These things matter to us. Yes, we want the client to be happy, and that really matters to us a lot too, but this is art for us. And if you're an artist, you know exactly what it's like to be an artist. You're never satisfied. You're always, looking for ways to make it better. And while people tell you it's perfect, you go, yeah, but this, yeah, but that. And then we do that over and over maniacally. And I can tell you that our team and our people, they make all the difference in the world, because it's not a job for them. And we have a very, very strong team. We have a whole nother facility down the street where all of the paint and body happens, which is a whole nother set of lost art. And most of this is lost art, right? Today, hard to find people that want to do what most people consider quote unquote manual labor. We don't call this manual labor. These guys don't feel like they're, working in a sweatshop. By the way, it's all air conditioned and heated here, so we keep it pretty comfortable. And for them, it's a display of their work for the world to see, because we get 80 million views a month between our social media, and we have a massive following. And the biggest difference when you build a brand versus you have like a shop or a company is that you have fans. And the fans become your customers. And if the customers can afford the car, we owe them every bit of the expectation that they have at a $250,000 vehicle. By the way, standard operating procedures, every single step in the entire process. There are hundreds of steps. We spent thousands of hours, and we constantly are revising our SOPs. We have revisions for each one. We're crazy about it, and we're a data-driven company, because I came from a technology background. And what that means is that we're not doing things by memory and feel. Everything has documentation. Everything has a torque spec. And then you add on your people, like Brian here, who's just absolutely amazing. One of our 4 master detailers, they spend 8 hours each in the final inspection and the final detail of this vehicle to make sure it's absolutely perfect. And this process, repeated over and over, is how we can stand behind the product the way we do. And by the way, we also know, Thomas, one of our engineers, we also know that you're not going to have any problems with it. So although, we definitely stand behind it, and we will not hesitate for a second to send our technicians to your home, doesn't matter where you're located, immediately for free. We're also confident in the product because we build quality into each step of the entire process. And guys, this is a result of a relentless, obsessive pursuit of making it better. And there will never be a day where we wake up and we're breathing that we do not try to make it better in some way. People, process, parts. By the way, how beautiful is this Wimbledon white, chrome trim, custom blue stripes. It's got a tan soft top, has the 17-inch forged aluminum wheels, upgraded Fox factory coilover suspension. Fox is a great partner of ours that did all of the custom tuning on the suspension for us during our R&D process. CEO is our friend and client. And then check this out, just beautiful art. And I'll be transparent. When we go through our inspection, which is very rigorous and demanding, we pull together our leads. So you'll find engineers, operations, quality, production, and we all come together and we pick it apart. We pick everything apart, and no vehicle leaves here unless it's perfect. And again, to be able to repeat that over and over is what gives you that muscle memory. But in addition to the muscle memory, we are backed by all the quality checks, all the standard operating procedures, and all the layers and layers of audits, so that if it somehow got missed in station 1, station 2, station 3, there's hundreds of stations, that it could never make it through the final inspection tunnel, and it can never make it past final inspection and final detail. And then myself and the executive team, we get together and then we sign off on it. So we look at every truck personally, sign off on it, all documented. And if anything ever came up after delivery, not only do we stand behind it, but then we go back to our data. We figure out, was it people? Was it process? Was it parts? I can tell you, most of the time, it actually isn't our people. People can only do what you tell them to do, and that's why the process matters. And it can only be good if the parts are good. And so we've gone through a lot of rounds of vendors to find the very best ones. And you know what? We love the vendors we have. They do an exceptional job. But what we also found was we had to make the parts because the other manufacturers said our standard was too high or they just couldn't meet it. And so the difference between an aftermarket, like a restoration off-the-shelf products versus a company like ours where we make and manufacture a lot of our own parts is that the standard's higher. The entire chassis underneath is built with tier 1 parts for OEM manufacturer. You're not gonna get a higher quality part than that. And the reason why is because those manufacturers are held to a completely different standard. You're a tier 1 supplier for OEM. If anything goes wrong or stops production, you're getting charged a ridiculous amount of money by the minute and by the hour, and therefore that quality has to be superb. By the way, the chassis itself underneath is a new 2025, starts as a new 2025 Ford chassis. And so it's not an old restoration. It didn't sit in the field for 50 years. It doesn't have 50-year-old technology. I mean, even 10 years of difference is a big difference in technology, right? Think about your computer. Think about your car 10 years ago. And then think about your car maybe 10 years before that, maybe when you're in your 20s or your 30s, or maybe you're in your teens. And then think about another 10 years before that. That's just 30 years, guys. So what does 50, 60-year-old technology look like, engineering and design look like compared to today's 2025? There's no comparison. I want to dispel something that people say that isn't true. They'll say things like, oh, they don't build them like they used to. I used to hear that all the time. And having had lots of new cars, 50 of them, and then lots of old cars too, Land Rover Defender, FJ40 Land Cruiser, H1 Hummer, old Ford Broncos, I've had them all. I was constantly like, I thought they didn't build them like they used to, and I'm constantly on the side of the road, broken down, leaking, and having the car at my mechanic. What they actually mean is they don't design them like they used to. The design from the 60s is way better. So we took classic inspired design, made our own, longer, wider, safer, more reliable, drives like a new car. And then we took the luxury of a G-Wagon, Range Rover, Urus, Cullinan, and we took it even further. Because I can tell you, if you have an AMG G63, which a lot of you do, almost all of our customers have one of those or two of those, or Range Rover. If you look at this part right here, just on this part, you compare it, even in your $250,000 AMG G63, this is plastic, right? And so on the luxury front, we spared no expense. And we wanted the interior to be so nice that even if you have a $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 car or a $1 million car, like a Koenigsegg or Bugatti $3 million car, you're still gonna get inside and go, holy crap, they really went crazy with it. And so I'll give you an example. All the leather work, all the stitches, all of this right here is leather. There's very little plastic inside. And then where there isn't leather, there's Alcantara. And so that Alcantara spans all across your A pillar, your B pillar, your roll bar. All of that is wrapped in Alcantara and leather. And there's your airbags, all FMVSS certified. All the airbags were tested and blown. We went through great lengths. And we're very, very serious about this because at the end of the day, we knew that there were limitations with restoration, and we knew that our customers wanted more. And so we had a choice. Do we build a good company or do we build a great company? And the difference is there's no compromises. And I know because I've had all the cars and I've had the old cars, and we built fantastic restorations and restomods. They're beautiful, but they could not physically, possibly, from a physics and geometry and engineering perspective, perform like a 2025. The only way you could get it to perform like a 2025 was to start with a 2025 underneath chassis. And therefore, you truly get the best of both worlds. So when we say best of both worlds, we really are saying classic inspired design, modern luxury, modern reliability, and the number one thing, modern safety. Mallard green, by the way, whoever designed this, I cannot wait to see it. You picked one of my favorite colors. Maybe I'm biased. I'm from Oregon. I'm an Oregon duck. I love this color. Mallard green, Wimbledon white for the grille. On the assembly line, you'll see this transform into a completed vehicle over the next few days. And this right here, Wimbledon white with ball glove for the leather and chrome trim. Absolutely stunning. Okay, if you're interested, you've got a few ways to contact us. You can go to our website, vintagemodern.co. You can go and text us or call us and we'll answer your questions. We'll walk you through the build process. We'll let you know what we have in stock ready to ship. Today is Wednesday. You can move fast. You want to be driving it this weekend. Midnight Blue, in stock, ready for immediate delivery. No wait. Or right behind it, not this one because it's sold, Brittany Blue, great color, quintessential classic colors, about to finish next week. And then another in stock ready for immediate delivery is Wimbledon white, chrome trim, worn glove, tan soft top, just about every single option. We give you all those details. And then we have a couple on the assembly line making their way down that are in progress in a variety of colors that never make it to completion before they're sold. So if you want the inside scoop, shoot us a text or give us a call and we'll walk you through it. Here's my man Bryce going through Aspen Green. This truck is gorgeous. I spec'd it myself. I'm gonna brag, it's beautiful. And going to Karina out in Scottsdale, congratulations. It is absolutely stunning. You will not be able to go anywhere, guaranteed, without people going, wow, that's beautiful. Where'd you get that? But here's the best part. You'll always have that peace of mind of knowing that you have all of the modern creature comforts, all the modern driving characteristics, all the modern car reliability, and the number one thing, you got that modern safety. And then, whether you know us or not, you're gonna know us because if you buy a car from us, we stand behind the product. There's a direct contact, single point of contact concierge who will be your person that takes you through the build journey. They give you pictures and video and updates. And then if anything pops up, we stand behind the product and we don't care where you live, what it costs. We have our traveling technicians certified at your service. But here's the good news. It's a 2025. You don't have to worry about that. Okay. All right. Check out our website, vintagemodern.co. Shoot us a text or give us a call. And we look forward to hearing from you. And really, really appreciate everybody's love and support. And I have to give a shout out to this team. We had an amazing all hands meeting today where we got to gather everybody together and had company sales record, company production record, company quality record, and we're just getting better. So, Bryce, how you feeling about today?
Today was good.
Yeah?
I actually like that truck we worked on today.
Oh yeah?
The headrest.
Uh-huh.
It has like the old Houston Oilers logo.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Oh, you're kidding me?
Yeah, it does. If you go look at it, it's cool.
Oh, okay.
I've never seen it before, so it was just a different option I never seen we offered before.
Yeah, it's custom. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I grew up in Houston, an Oilers fan. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna go check it. I'm gonna show the people here. So keep up the good work, man. You do awesome. Really appreciate it. And the people, they make all the difference. I just love to be here. Thank God, because I'm here 100 hours a week. But you know what? There's nowhere else I'd rather be. And shout out to my family, by the way, for supporting this dream, because it really was just out of passion. I just wanted my Bronco to be better. That's all. I just didn't want to break down. I just didn't want to have all the problems. And oh my God, look at that. Embossed. Very cool. Surely this is going to Houston. Oilers. Oh, it all makes sense now. Houston Oilers. I got you. All right. Well, hey, we can build you anything you want. I didn't even know that was there. All right. So reach out to us, and we look forward to chatting with you. And once again, we thank you for all of your love and support. There is no way we could be doing what we're doing without you. And tune in tomorrow where we'll give you some more updates. And we look forward to connecting with you. Shoot us a text or give us a call. You guys have a great night.